Bron Harrison here from BRHYTHMIC, where we believe in a world where people can heal, grow, be moved and feel good through music. Discipline, practice and persistence. Persistence is a good friend of self-discipline, which is the key to success in music and your life outside music. For years when I was at school, I didn't understand why it was important to be disciplined, practice regularly and systematically, or why it was important to turn up to rehearsal on time. I was only up the back in the percussion section. I didn't play in all the pieces. I mean, what's the big deal, right? Turns out it's a pretty big deal, actually. My self-worth. Yep, you got that right. How you view yourself. After spending a lot of time researching and reading into the importance of self-discipline, I found some very valuable lessons. There is a direct relationship between self-discipline and self-esteem. Ultimately, how you feel about yourself is one of the most important emotions to master, as it flows onto you and how you treat other people. Each time you force yourself to do something that you don't particularly want to do or would rather put off, but you know you should do, and you roll up your sleeves and you get stuck into it, your self-esteem increases. Each time you make yourself do something, especially when you feel like quitting, your self-esteem goes up. Persistence breeds persistence and improves your confidence. The more you persist, the more you will like yourself. The result is you will become more self-confident. When was the last time that you did more practice than what your tutor asked? When was the last time you did more homework than what was required of you? If you go that extra mile, your self-esteem goes up. You feel more powerful and you feel more in control of your life. The primary difference between happy and unhappy people are happy people never quit and unhappy people quit. Yes, it's true. You can't do everything, but please, if you make the decision to do music or anything else for that matter, don't quit just because you're lazy. And what should you do when you feel like quitting? One way to muster up the courage to push through when you feel like giving up is to tell that annoying and sometimes deafening internal negative self-talk to rack off. You know what I mean? It's the, I can't do this. This is too hard. I'm not good enough. I've got too much on. I'm too tired. I have X, Y, and Z to do. If you want to rewire this, it's pretty simple. Replace it with the opposite. I can do this. This is hard, but not too hard for me to get. I am good enough. I have and make time to dedicate to this. I am awake and ready to go. I have good time management skills and can get to my other tasks as well as this. Mantras are not only important in religious texts, but they're important in your everyday activity. Create your own mantras. I can do this. I can accomplish anything. Reprogram yourself now. I bet if I asked you, what is the one thing on your to-do list that you have been putting off that you know that you've got to do this week? Bing! Did it just pop in your head? Good. Now say a mantra that counteracts all of the negative thoughts. I'll do it later. It's too hard. All that rubbish that you've been filling your head with, and replace it with some positive mantras. You must first believe that you can do something before you can do it. Persistence relates to your strength of character and your level of responsibility. Let's break that word up. Responsibility. It is the measurement of your readiness to succeed. Essentially, we're talking about your ability to respond to any situation or task. When you feel a setback or you feel discouraged or you have some self-pity, it is not how far you fall, but it is your readiness to bounce back that defines winners. Resilience is vital to your long-term success. Expect disappointments and setbacks as a part of life, in every area of your life. School, home, family, music, sport, mates, girlfriends, boyfriends, you name it. The older and wiser you get, the more you push yourself and your relationships to new heights, the more vulnerable you make yourself, the higher the chance that you will experience setback. The most important quality you need for persistence is optimism. Refuse to feel sorry for yourself. You are not a victim. When setbacks hit you like a ton of bricks, refuse to blame others or make excuses. Doing this only makes you feel petty and small and lowers your self-esteem. Address setbacks with the words, I am responsible. No excuses. Being responsible allows you to have control over your life, which in turn leads to happiness. Your conscious mind can only hold one thought at a time. When you think positively, you gain full control. People that can do this effectively see the valuable lesson in every setback. Failures consistently feel sorry for themselves when things go wrong. Successful people look at what is the valuable lesson that I can learn here from this negative situation. Even the most successful people have negative self-talk, and they've learnt to master, to tame the mind and refocus it in a way that helps them. Now say with me, I am responsible. Okay, let's stop listening to this podcast and start doing. What was that thing again you said you had to do?
Ron Harrison is the author and producer of the BRHYTHMIC podcast. Sound design by B Recording. We couldn't do this podcast without our wonderful tutors and students. For more episodes, go to brhythmic.com.au.